What's good, party people? This is Voodoo in the Woods. I'm Accord in the Woods, and he is former U of MMA champion Pius Lobo, better known as Voodoo Maximus.
Good to
What's up,
see you
dude?
guys once again with my main man, Corden the Woods. Look at that shirt right there. That shirt right there. Growing up, Bret the Hitman Hart was the gold standard in performance. There were high flyers, there were rock and rollers, but when it comes to excellence of execution, Bret the Hitman Hart wrote the book. I mean, he learned from Stu Hart, of course, but he
Yeah,
wrote the book, and I'm very happy that you're wearing that shirt representing Bret the
man.
Hitman Hart. Shout out to the Hart family.
Hell,
Shout out to all of them.
absolutely. And again, for those who don't know, this past Monday, well, the Monday before last, right? Um, None other than the Owen Hart Foundation, headed up by Dr. Martha Hart,
Okay.
Owen's widow, basically teamed up with AEW. So we're getting some new Owen Hart merchandise. AEW is developing a video game that will see Owen Hart in. I think the last video game that he was in was like WWF Warzone for
Okay.
PlayStation 1. So it's been 20 some odd years. So I'm
Yeah.
excited. I'm
The
super fucking
resurrection.
excited.
That's what's
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, man. But also, kind of exciting me on this fucking card, man. We have the UFC Fight Night headlined by Thiago Santos and
Yep.
Johnny Walker. Holy hell, man! This is some fun shit.
Hmm.
Not to crap. I mean, there were some bouts canceled, but I mean, nothing against the folks like Sean Soriano or Fernando Padilla or Jimmy Crute, Jamal Hill, Alexander Hernandez, Leandro Santos, Diego Fiera, or Grant Dawson. Nothing against those fine gentlemen, but the card that we got, I'm pretty fucking happy with.
Yep.
It's good. It's good,
Hmm.
man. And we're starting off with a tenured young veterans, right? We've got Johnny Eduardo, Pretenio,
Hmm.
who's 28-12. Holy fuck! This guy's had like fucking 40 fights. 40 fights.
He's
This
had a
man.
career before the career.
He's 41. Holy shit! He looks all of 12 in
Yeah.
his topology. But oh my goodness, it is not looking good. Like we, I mean, he's been in the UFC since 2011, where he lost to Rafael Assunção, right?
Oh, Santal.
Yeah, he beat Jeff Curran on UFC on Fuel TV 3.
Fuel
Fuel t-
TV. Damn.
right? He beat what Eddie Wineland, KOs him back in 2014. Lost to Aljamain Sterling, but I think he can get that shit whack, especially for the
Manny
title.
Gambarian.
Yeah, that was 2016.
Wow.
Then loses to Matthew Lopez in 2017 on the undercard of Aldo Holloway, and then lost to Nathaniel Wood via Darkstroke in 2018 at UFC Fight Night 131. So after a 3-year sabbatical,
Hmm.
he is back. He was actually supposed to fight earlier this year Anthony Burchak,
Mm.
and that fizzled for one reason or another. But he's back to fight Alejandro Perez, and the Mexican-born Alejandro Perez. T- Turbo is might be as tenured, 21-8-1. Right?
Hmm.
He is coming off of a two-fight losing streak, but he has wins. He has a win over Eddie Wineland, much like his adversary of the night, Andre
Yep.
Sukumath, back in 2017. Iri Alcantara,
Hmm.
that's just fun to say. And then Matthew Lopez, UFC on Fox.
Hmm.
These stuff can trip me out. Like, there's people in there that have been in the UFC since like you could wear your own sponsors and stuck through the fucking what is it what is it, the Reebok deal, and then here
Right.
with Venom. It's so funny. It's so funny. I mean, they went from fucking Feel to Fox to ESPN. Ah man, this is so great. But the losses for Turbo come at the hands of Cody Stamen,
Yeah.
a unanimous decision loss,
Yeah.
and the last one Sa Yadong,
Your
because I
dong
just
song.
Dong Yadong
Your
Sasong.
dong song, bruh.
I th- I think it's pronounced the other way. It's like Zhang Wei Li, but Yadong Song.
Your dong song.
Yeah, just all the things to make your dong sing the song. I don't know. And good sister says, "Hey guys, how are you? Good." And Voodoo, I'm always supporting you on here. We are friends to the end, no matter what. Yeah,
You got it. You got it.
yeah.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Good to see you. And we're I mean, Voodoo's coming in hot with Yadong song.
Your
Uh,
dong song.
yes. So yeah, I mean, we've got Turbo Alejandro Perez, against the tenured Johnny Pretinho
Mhm.
Eduardo. And so, what's your pick?
Well, the fact that Johnny Eduardo is still in the game at 41, I'm just gonna ride with him just on GP status. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Dude's an
yeah,
OG. He's an OG. His opponent has also been in the UFC since 2014, which is a long tenure.
yeah.
2004. So they're both OGs of the octagon. So it's 50-50 for me. But it seems to me like this particular matchup, they've been in there so long, it seemed they were recently discovered and something had to be done. There was one more contract left, and the winner of this fight will continue on, and the other will have to say sayonara. I would like to see Johnny Eduardo
Yeah,
remain
absolutely.
in it just because he's so old and he's still doing it.
Yeah, and also, who's to say that, whoever wins doesn't, leave the gloves in the middle of the octagon
Right,
in the
that
first
too,
fight,
that too, that
So,
too.
yeah,
It's
so
been
I
a
mean, this
while.
is, yeah, been a while. Absolutely. It's like John and Jackson. Oh, let's wait a while, is what they're saying. At least what the UFC matchmakers said to these two gentlemen before this fateful night of Saturday. It's like, you want to fight? Let's wait a while
Hmm. Hmm.
before we go too far. So that's where we're at. So I'm gonna go Eduardo too. Why the fuck not, man? I got nothing left to lose. It's like
Nothing.
like a Foo Fighters album. We got
Yeah.
nothing left to lose. Yeah, and two emerging stars in the women's bantamweight division. We have Switzerland's Stephanie Egger, who
Yes.
is 5-2, right? The last time that we saw her was a unanimous decision loss to Tracy Cortez. Obviously, the
I remember that.
the significant other of one Brian Ortega. Oh, do you know the word on the street with Tracy Cortez?
What's the word?
You didn't hear from me. This is just chatter,
Okay.
but she might be with child.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's
Congra
yeah.
Congratulations are in order if that's the case.
Yeah, like it's not nothing confirmed, but I have heard and Ortega. I mean, I didn't know he had two kids until he brought him to the Ultimate Fighter house. So, he keeps that pretty on the down low and
That's what's
whatever.
up.
And I'm
As
not
he
trying to break
should.
any, not trying to break any news or whatever. But if that is the case, kudos to them. But kudos to
That's
them for
what's
their
up.
relationship, because they're both fighters. It could be weird and cutting weight and whatever. He was just in a title fight. She doesn't have a fight book all this year.
Mm.
Hasn't had a fight book, since that win over Stephanie Egger. So, whoa,
Hey,
wait, I'm gonna do something pretty bad. She went from Egger to Preger.
Oh, I'll tell you what though, that's some prime DNA right there. That combination, that's prime DNA. You have assassin babies.
No, that guy's the fucking flyweight champion. That's different. Jesus. And
um,
you guys kept me laughing all the time. I get on here, I'm always laughing from the stuff you guys say. It's funny. That's more voodoo
damn
than
right.
me. I and I see that. Well, guess what? In the words of John Cena, can't see me. That's it. But on the other side of the
Um,
octagon on this particular night is one Shanna Young. Shanna the
yes.
Shanimal. Well, I don't even know what the fuck that is. Is that like a liger? I don't
Yeah.
know. That's a
Shanimal.
pretty not great name, is what I'm saying.
Half girl, half animal.
That doesn't even.
Yeah.
No.
Shanimal, bro.
Oh, gosh, no.
Half girl, half animal.
So, what the fuck does that look like on a t shirt? Is it one of those fucking horse people? Like the Shanaman?
Yeah, something like that.
What the fuck else? I mean, yeah, I guess Ray Borg is not here. The Taz Mexican Devil, so we get the fucking Shanimal. Oh god. Oh god. You know,
Uh,
have you seen fucking Dan Lambert lately of American
uh,
Top Team?
nah.
He's cutting
What's up?
the best promos in fucking AEW, which he did.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
which he did in Impact Wrestling that gave birth to, fucking Cody. Was it? What's that fucker's name? Colby
Cody Rhodes?
Covington.
Oh.
No, Colby Covington.
Oh,
You remember
right.
Dan
Yeah.
Lambert was fucking had that feud with fucking Lashley and shit like that, and
Yes, 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 yes.
Colby was about to get cut from the UFC, and he was peeping with fucking AJ Styles and Kurt Angle in the Impact dressing room, and
Hmm.
then the next fight, he beats Damian Maya and like fucking Brazil,
And he
you a bunch of
lost it.
fucking fucking filthy animals and whatever. I'm like, you stupid son of a bitch, you need to get out of the country first. Them Brazilians will kill you. Don't trust the military. They they know where to fucking hide your fucking stupid ass body. Stupid son of a bitch. That's just dumb. But
Uh,
yeah, the Shannon Hole, um, she is an Invicta veteran,
yep.
a King of the Cage veteran.
Mm.
In King of the Cage, she faced none other and won via split decision over former Invicta world champion, now signed to Bellator, but Pam Bam Sorensen, right?
Right.
Uh, goes to Valor Fighting Championship, goes 2-0 against Anastasia Bruce and Jessica
Yep.
Borga,
Yep.
right? And then Contender Series, she lost to Sarah Alpar, who we know from the show that we do right here. And then she kind of went 1-1 in the Invictive FC Phoenix series,
Hmm.
winning over Maiju Sautama, but then
Sultama.
losing to Fear the Maverick, right? And then gets her win back against Maiju, so that's fun. But she
Hmm.
loses to Ultimate Fighter winner Macy Chiasson, right? So she's fighting Stephanie Egger. So I want to hear your thoughts.
Um, you remember the Macy Chiasson fight?
Yeah, it
She
wasn't
got
great.
mopped up terribly. Remember that? Um, Macy is a different type of fighter, so I guess we wouldn't grade her so hard based on that loss. Um, this this particular match, I have nothing invested, so I'll flip you for it.
Okay, so with that being said, because I mean, I remember the fight with Marion Renault. People talking
Right.
shit about Chia Son and saying like she couldn't finish a 40-year-old woman, right? So,
Hmm.
she didn't look particularly great. I can't remember it, but I just remember the chatter after it.
Right.
But if I can't remember, that means it might have been uneventful, right? So I remember fucking Jalen Turner and Richard Leroy.
Yes. Yes,
Okay,
I understand. I get what you're saying now. I get what you're
so
saying now.
I
Yes,
love
yes.
women's MMA. The fucking Renault and Misha Tate fight was fucking tremendous. Like they both had a will to win. So fuck yeah, like
But then Renault is very tough to deal with, though.
yeah,
No one. I mean, you're not just kind of gonna come from Invicta and smash her. I
no,
mean,
you're right.
she's a UFC veteran. She's got all sorts of technique and ring time, cage time. You know what I mean? Lots of experience, field experience. So even though the other Chia Son was stronger, longer, everything, the skill will kick in and level the playing field.
Yeah. So I guess what would be your deal?
Well,
Yam
this
or the Shanimal or just Egger?
I'll go Edgar on this one. It doesn't really matter. I'll go Edgar. You go Shanimal.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Shanna, even though I don't like her fucking name, Shanimal. Oh god, it's worse. It's not the worst, but it's pretty fucking bad. You right? I mean, if you're gonna take like the worst in the UFC, right? You got fucking Alan Belcher's Johnny Cash tattoo. You got for the males the fucking Taz Mexican Devil when your fucking last name is Borg. It's a fucking layup. And then you got the fucking Shanimal. Oh lordy. These people need help. Fucking Dan
The
Lambert, step
Shan,
in to fucking help these
the Shanimal.
motherfuckers.
This
Yeah.
Dan Lambert, isn't that the owner of ATT? Something
Yep,
like that?
that's
Okay,
him.
okay. I remember
Cause,
that guy now.
no, no, no.
From
Like you
from the
didn't see it?
UFC house.
Wait, you didn't see it? The
No, I
fucking
didn't see it.
dude, fucking Paige Van Zandt, Austin Vanderford, her husband,
Hmm.
Junior Dos Santos, Arlovsky. Who else was there? And then fucking Masvidal, fucking flying knee KO'd Jericho.
Wow. They're running
And it,
spots over there now?
yeah,
That's what's
yeah.
up.
Even fucking Paige Van Zandt fucking attacked Jericho's ribs and shit.
What?
Yeah, man. That's the world we're living in, you know? And TK says, I see you too. Besides Voodoo, you're funny. So that's like the contingency plan. Voodoo's funnier, but I guess you will. Right? Appreciate it. Much appreciated. Or in the words of the great philosopher Borat, very, very nice. Oh, nice Hitman shirt. Thank you, sir. That's it. The best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. I'm just saying.
Ever will be. Ever.
Yeah. But then his dad Stu was choking out bears and shit. Like I'm sure not Peter's favorite wrestler, but that motherfucker handled his own. So I mean, if all your boys are wrestlers, you got 14 kids, all your boys are wrestlers, all of the girls marry wrestlers, like the British Bulldog and fucking Jim the Anvil Neidhart. You gotta fucking come with the real shit. So
Yeah.
I wish there was a fucking Anvil shirt. R.I.P. the Anvil, but he was. Oh, can I tell a quick Anvil story?
Yeah. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so we're in Vegas. Didn't know, fucking WWF or whatever. We were at what I found out later was an indie show at the Silver Nugget Casino. I don't even know if it's still there, but it's
Okay.
way the fuck off the strip, like in another fucking
Yeah,
city,
yeah. I
right?
know this one. Yeah.
Right. So the arena is downstairs, right?
Oh,
The arena's downstairs, and then the casino's upstairs, and it's just
okay.
like, it's just a fucking hole on the wall fucking casino, but there's no hotel attached to it. It's just a fucking casino, and then the fucking event center under,
Right.
and we had to wait in the casino, right, to kind of go down, when they opened the doors, right?
Right, right,
So,
right.
so I'm standing with my mom, my dad, and my sister, and I feel something just fucking knock me to my ass. And I look
What?
up, and it's fucking Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
What?
And he is in his fucking gear with the shoulder straps off. Just barrel chested, whatever the fuck, whatever. And I'm just like, oh my God. As like a fucking 7, 8-year old kid. right?
Well,
And then he just fucking puts his money in. So apparently, I was fucking standing in front of the fucking. You remember the pulley fucking cigarette machines? You put the
yes, yes,
money
yes.
in,
Yeah,
and then you pull the gimmick.
yeah.
Well, he wanted his smokes before his fucking match, and I was just in the way. So he's gonna,
Wow.
yeah, yeah. His stomach. It felt like fucking God. God's hand just kind of bitch slapped the shit out of my 7 or 8 year old son. Yeah, dude. Fucking R.I.P. Anvil, R.I.P.
The
Bulldog,
anvil.
R.I.P. Pillman and Owen, obviously.
Owen.
You know, yeah, man. So, yeah, man. So you got the Egger, and I got
Egger.
the Shanimal. Oh
Yep,
shit, me.
yep, yep.
Yes. Now, speaking of tenured veterans, I mean, you don't get any better than this. We have De Silva, Douglas,
Yeah.
Andrade, which is weird because his name is Douglas. I get the D, but I don't get the Silva. What the fuck are we doing here? For like, but he's 26-4. I can't talk too much shit, right?
Yeah.
This is a guy who faced Cody Gibson. Holy shit! Back in 2015, um, he was fucking Zubaira Tuck Hugoff, right? As
Hmm.
somebody that has fought, I think, on Fight Island and shit like that recently.
Yes, I remember
But
that name.
yes, but he loses his UFC debut in at UFC Fight Night 36 back in 2014. Faces Cody Gibson in
Hmm.
2015
Hmm.
at UFC Fight Night 61. Wins by unanimous decision. Wins over Henry Briones with a fucking spinning back fist, right? Loses to Rob Font. That's not a bad deal. Rob Font guillotines him, but he fucking beats Cheetah Vera by unanimous decision. Loses to oh, I remember that Peter Yan on the undercard of the fucking Jones Gustafson too. You remember the
Yeah.
one that had to get rescheduled from Vegas
Right.
to Cali at the
Yeah,
Forum?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but beats Henan Barrow, former
Hmm.
UFC champion, right? And then he loses to Leroy Murphy via
Yes.
unanimous decision back in January of 2021, right? So
Right.
on the other side of the docket, we have, again, 15-6-1, tenured vets, the El Tigre, Juan Gaeto,
Hmm.
Juan Gaeto Pirello. I hope I said that right. And if I didn't, he's from Belgium, so I don't know how the Belgiumese. I don't even know what you call people from Belgium. Sorry, Belgiumenians. Belgiumenians. That's what I'm gonna call them.
Hey,
Belgiumenians.
Van Damme is only Belgian, I know.
I know Belgium waffles.
There
Does
you
that count?
go.
Maybe I'm hungry.
uh,
But
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
yes, absolutely. With the weird ass fucking dance and shit like that. I know. Yeah, I'm just saying. Dude, him like Bloodsport and The Quest, that
Yeah.
kind of like was the precursor to MMA. Like that and fucking what is it, Bruce Lee with the MMA gloves and Enter the Dragon?
Hmm.
That was like the first kind of like movie,
Lionheart.
yeah, references to it. Oh fuck, dude, one of my favorite movies, and that just shows me how little I watch movies. But you
Hmm.
remember, was it Double Trouble or Double Take? Van Damme and fucking Dennis Rodman.
Oh
Shit, I was like,
yeah, I remember
I
that.
mean, yeah, one of my fucking Funko Pops is Dennis Rodman, dude. I love that dude. I was just having
Yeah,
a conversation with my wife how like Rodman and Lenny Kravitz were the coolest things to me because like they're just dudes of color.
yeah,
They're brothers that can do whatever the fuck they want.
yeah, yeah,
Lenny in Are You Gonna Go My Way is wearing a fucking like a burgundy dress with dreadlocks, but then
yeah,
married to the hot girl from the Cosby Show, and
yeah,
then you
yeah.
got fucking Dennis Rodman just doing whatever the fuck he wants, playing with Michael Jordan, fucking going over to the fucking WCW, joining the NWO, getting married
Chilling
in a
in North
dress.
Korea.
Yeah, like, oh, that's like now. Like, but I mean, like that motherfucker was in
Oh
a
yeah, you mean
dress,
then? Hmm.
dating Carmen Electra, skipping fucking Bulls games and shit like that. Like that motherfucker was like, he's still Rodman, but like in his heyday, fuck, you couldn't touch him. And so,
He
uh,
he sure was the talk of the town.
oh, absolutely. So that's why Van Damme and fucking Rodman in a fucking buddy action movie is just like
Yeah.
great with Rodman and his fucking lime green snow cone hair. Fuck yes, give me all of it in Twice on Sunday, right? So
Yeah.
so the Belgium, right? He is a veteran of the European circuit, right? He's fought for Cage Warriors. He's fought for Fight Tour promotion, AFL,
Yeah.
European Beatdown, which
Right.
I don't want to be caught in a European Beatdown. It doesn't sound great. But he loses his UFC debut to Ricky Simon
Yeah.
back in
Simone
January.
way.
Simon way. And he gets finished via arm triangle choke, right? So he wants to. I mean, this theoretically, because he doesn't have as many miles and as many fights as Andrade. So
Hmm.
theoretically, this is a showcase fight for him, right? The Belgium gentleman. But it could be the veteran savvy of one Douglas Andrade that fucking X out the win. So I want to see your take because this one's a toss up too.
This one could be very simple, or it could be very difficult. Simple, as in the Brazilian going in there, taking them down and submitting them, or taking them down and keeping them down, beating them down, ground and pound. Or it could be difficult for the Brazilian in the fact that his opponent coming in there and just clean knocking him out.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I check out Gaetano, when I check out his ways of winning and ways of losing, he's only lost by submission, really. He doesn't really lose by striking. So that tells me he's primarily a striker. Maybe maybe a little takedown defense, but nothing solid, right? He is not a balanced fighter. He's a very good striker, maybe, but he's not a balanced fighter. He's not a complete fighter. So I'm going with the Brazilian in this matter. Even though he's been there for a while, his probability of winning is a lot higher than Gaetano's, just because of that lack of ground game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, he's Belgium. He was probably watching Van Damme. Van Damme never had any fucking ground game either. So I'm just saying. So with that being said, I say that he's gonna be the muscles in Brussels and fucking Brussels the shit out of the Brussels sprout that is fucking Andrade. So I got like a second round KO for Gaetano.
Hey, I see. Hey, okay. I see your second round KO, and I raise you a submission in the second round.
I'm raising a 14-year-old who's fucking in virtual reality over this stupid VR thing that he needed to get for his fucking birthday. Happy birthday, Owen. Jesus Christ. Like, I wish I could turn this thing around. He's just like, it's like, motherfucker, you got school in the morning. Go to bed. Anywho. Um, yes,
Uh,
so there you go. We've got literally a split decision between you and I. So we'll see. We'll see. But, speaking of things we'll see, we have 11 and 2, Devontae King Cage Smith, right?
yes.
Devontae is one of those Factory X guys like Royval, you know? Um, he fucking fucked Justin James up so bad that the doctor had to come in and say, you fucked up his eye too much, right? But then when it came to Cameron Worthy's crazy ass, it was like, can't do it. And he gets KO'd right back in 2019. Um, he has, I mean, before that Cameron Worthy, he was on a fucking, what, one, two, three, four, five,
He was doing it.
six, seven? Yeah, seven. That
Hmm.
included Julian Arosa, former
Hmm.
Ultimate Fighter alumnus, right?
Yep.
So that's it. Justin James, pretty tenured vet, right? So that is Devonte Smith. But on the other side of the docket, we have Jamie Malarkey. Jamie Malarkey,
Malarkey.
13. Yep, I know. I like this motherfucker.
Yeah.
He beats Carmine Worthy where Devontae Smith didn't, right? But then he had a two-fight skid with Fares Ziam and Brad Riddell, respectively. He was supposed to fight Jalen Turner, but it got canceled, right?
Yep.
So he comes into the UFC. This is crazy. He comes into the UFC 0-2, fights Karma Worthy, and KOs Karma Worthy in less than 50 seconds in the first round.
Vicious.
Yeah,
Vicious knockout. Vicious.
yeah. So I mean, and it's on the undercard of Stipe Francis too. So there's a whole lot of historical significance, right? Um, you know what? I haven't
I'll split
interviewed.
you. I'll split you on this one.
Okay, so I got Devontae Smith.
I'll go Smith. Oh,
Oh,
you
you
got
got Smith?
Smith?
No.
Oh,
Okay.
all right.
The only reason why I'm going with Smith is because I've had Royval on the show, so Factory
I'll go
Ads.
with
I was
Smith
just,
for the same reason. I'll go with Smith for the same reason.
oh,
That works for
sorry,
me too.
Jamie. Yeah,
That works
sorry,
for me too.
Jamie.
Sorry, Malarkey.
Bye.
But
I,
good luck
but
to
if
you.
you win, guess what our picks would be, Voodoo? Do
What
you
would it
know?
be? No.
Complete and utter malarkey. That's my one per show, or actually one per every time Jamie fights.
Oh,
So
by the way, that's my first candidate for fight of the night.
I don't disagree with you
What do you think?
at all. I don't disagree with
There
you
you
at
go.
all.
There you go.
Oh no, yeah, this is they're
It's
gonna
gonna be
beat the
fireworks.
brakes. They're gonna beat the brakes out of each other. It's it's gonna get weird. It's gonna get uncomfortable. Shit. Like if you like violence, like unobstructed, unabashed violence, this
Hmm.
is the fight for you. This is gonna
But
be
but
violent.
but the good thing about this fight is they're technical fighters. They're those fighters, those young fighters that will bring forth that next striking, that next MMA striking, that flirting with free flow striking. These guys have that potential, and you will see that on Saturday.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's a unanimous pick. We got Devontae Smith. I don't know how it's gonna happen. I kind of feel like it's gonna be a KO, but again, Malarkey is a fucking tough ass Australian, so the Aussies are not gonna take that shit lying down.
Mm-mm.
That motherfucker's gonna be flying out to fucking ACDC or Men at Work and whatever, and go, want fucking Devontae Smith's head. Again, there's gonna be more than a few fucking brain cells lost in this guy, this
More than
fucking
a
one.
few.
More than a few.
Definitely
So
more than a few.
yeah, so hopefully they got that $50,000 and invested in something, because it might not work out. They're not going to be the same after it. So
Mm.
I'm just saying. But speaking of never the same, what the fuck is Betch Correia doing here? Wasn't she fucking futured endeavored? I know that's a WWE term, but wasn't Betch Correia out of here?
Pitbull's back. Just when you
Jesus
thought
Christ.
Pitbull was gone, Pitbull makes a triumphant return.
Hey, you know what? Fuck, I want the other pit bull. Have the other fucking the Dale guy. Have that motherfucker on this one because when she said that shit about Ronda Rousey's dad, dude, like,
Don't
essentially,
cry. Don't cry.
yeah, don't. Oh, I was so sad. Like my kid likes to watch this fucking YouTube videos of like people slicing through melted cheese because it's
Right.
so satisfying. It was so fucking satisfying getting her falling on her fucking nose after Ronda KOs her. I think that's Ronda's only fucking KO in her fucking
Hey,
career.
did you notice she fell right on the NWA sign? Remember that for the
Yes,
movie, the
yes.
NWA movie?
Yes. So are you trying to say that Betchka Hale was a motherfucking cop? That's what you're saying, Voodoo. Ronda Rousey is fucking Ice Cube with the fucking Jerry curl on a radar hat. Scary as shit.
way to go. Oh man. So until he returns, until he returns. So we have Bitch Correa going in there against Carol Rosa. Carol Rosa. Uh, so I'm talking about Carol Rosa. Woods.
Yeah, guess what? I mean,
Carol Rosa is in
unfortunately,
here at the age of 26.
yeah,
Go ahead.
she again,
Unfortunately, what?
Betchko Betchko Hea is a fucking body for Karahosa. Like if you at 38 years old, you know, the UFC isn't looking at fucking Betchko Hea as their fucking champion of the next 5 years. That's not happening. She's a warm fucking body, for Karahosa. Right now, let's look at Karahosa. 14-3, right? 14-3. Beat Jocelyn Edwards, right? Beat Vanessa Mello.
Right.
Beat Lara Procopio, right?
Yep.
So she's undefeated as far as the UFC tenure is concerned, right?
Yep.
And then
Yep.
if you want to go outside of the UFC, she has two more wins that would basically have her win streak currently across three different promotions, UFC included.
Hmm.
She's on a 5 fight win streak, right? She's supposed to. She was to look at this in between the Laura Procopio fight. She was
Hmm.
supposed to fight the raging panda Julia Avila like 4 times, and the shit got canceled over and over and over, right? And then she fights, Vanessa Mello, right? Wins unanimous decision. But look at
Right.
who she's supposed to fucking fight after, in between Jocelyn Edwards, Shajara Eubanks, and the former champ Nico Montano. So holy shit! Again, Betchko Hea is just a fucking warm body for
Mm.
Karahosa. That's it.
Hey, this should be a banger. It should be a banger. I see it standing.
Yes,
I see
because
it standing.
Betchko Hea doesn't want to go to the fucking ground. And they're
Uh,
both Brazilians, right? And
yep.
this is
They're both
almost,
Brazilians. Exactly.
uh, uh, a undercard version of what we're going to see in the main event, right? Two
Pretty
kind
much.
of, yeah, similarly experienced fighters from the same fucking country. So I think it'll be fun. But I got Hosa on this one.
I got Hosa too, man. I got Hosa
Yes,
too. I
sorry,
don't think Bet's
Betch.
gonna be able to beat this girl.
No, I agree. I agree 100%. So, I mean, we don't have to. There's not much
I
more
wouldn't
we
be.
could say.
I wouldn't be surprised if she pulls an upset and gets a knockout of some sort. I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't think she can win.
No, I agree 100%. 100%. But, we go from the 135, women's 135-pound division, the bantamweight, to women's flyweight, where you
Hmm.
have Casey O'Neill, not the fucking, maybe related to April O'Neil from Ninja Turtles, to which I actually have a fucking Ninja Turtle. Check this out. Have you guys seen this shit? I actually got a fucking mini Ninja Turtle game.
That's
You can
sick.
fire this some bitch up. It actually plays.
That's sick.
Holy shit. Oh my god. That's great. Yeah, so not related to Casey O'Neill, I don't think. But Casey King O'Neill, is coming in with a 7-0 record. She is, that euphemisms, like if you gotta take it from me, you gotta pry it from my cold dead fingers. Well, that
Yeah.
fucking championship belt, she's like, motherfucker, if
Yeah.
you want this shit, come get it. But it ain't gonna be
Hmm.
easy. You need to pack a fucking lunch,
Hmm.
right? So, uh, that's her, King Casey O'Neill. Again, she actually has a win over Laura Procopio too, win over
Yeah.
Shauna Dobson,
Yeah.
and then everything else has been pretty much overseas, right?
Hmm.
United Arab Emirates, Warriors 13, Eternal MMA. So yeah, I mean, there you go. That's the Scottish King Casey O'Neill. Now she's
Yeah.
fighting La Pantera Antonina Shevchenko, obviously the sister of one Valentina Bullet Shevchenko.
Yep.
uh, trained by Pavel, right? The fucking Trout was with them everywhere. But oof, it's been a rough go for the champ of the I mean the sister of the champion,
Hmm.
because she was on a she was on a fucking 1, 2, 3, 4. She was undefeated in all of
Hmm.
MMA. That included
Hmm.
fights with Lion Fight and Bars
Yep.
Female, which is a
Yep.
kickboxing fight, right? Kyrgyzstan regional circuit, right?
Right.
But
Right.
then
Right.
she gets to the Dana White Contender Series. She beats Jamie Nevada, right? And then Ultimate Fighter 28 finale. Holy shit! I was there. I was actually
G
there.
Yonkin.
Yeah, I was
You're.
there. That was the night before Blake Troop and I got into a crash.
Oh, right. Right.
Coming back from Vegas. That was
Mm,
that was when Macy Chiasson beat Panic Inazand,
mm,
for the tournament final. So crazy, crazy shit, right?
mm.
But she's got once she got to the fucking UFC, like real UFC. Not to say that the Ultimate Fighter finale wasn't it. I mean, technically, it's not an exhibition bout, right?
Hmm.
It's an actual professional bout. But then she loses to Roxanne Matafari, beats Lucy Pudilova, right? But then loses to the blonde fighter Caitlin Shakugian, right?
Hmm.
And then wins over Ariane Lipsky and then lost to Andrea KGB Lee. So
Hmm.
she's kind of been up and down with her UFC career
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
has just been in existence. Hell, I mean, if you want to count the Dana White's Contender Series, it's June of 2018. But if you want to actually have just her fights in the UFC, well, we're going back to November of 2018.
Hmm.
Fighting on the Ultimate Fighter finale. So
Yes.
I think I'm going with Casey.
Yes. Yes. And I'm gonna back your Casey as well, just because I know that Casey is a complete fighter. Casey can strike, but once Casey sees that your striking is better than mine, Casey's gonna go for that double leg, single leg, whatever she needs to do to get the fight to the ground. And when she's on the ground, she usually finishes the match. She's got an excellent ground game. She is a complete mixed martial artist. This has fight of the night potential written all over it, and I am going with Casey O'Neill, King Casey as well.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, so I mean that's another consensus pick. So I'm
Hmm.
just saying, tune into the next show to see who is right, who is wrong. But it's
Hmm.
not about that. It's all about fucking having good fun, talking about fights with the people that you absolutely love and what have you. So again, glad that you guys are with us, right?
That's
But
right.
two favorites of both of ours. We have Joe Selecki, right? 11
Hmm.
and 2, right? Joe Selecki, the last time that he was in a octagon type situation, that was a win over none other than the legend Jim Miller, right? Where he
Hmm.
wins unanimous decision, beats Austin Harbert, beats Matt Wyman, beats James Wallace. So that's Selecki. On the other side of the docket, we have one Jared Gordon,
Right.
17-4 is Jared Flash Gordon, and this is a guy who, shit, man, he's on a 2 fight win streak because he fought Chris Fishgold. You remember Chris Fishgold?
Yeah, yes, yes. I remember that dude.
The guy that the team tested positive for COVID
And
before they went to Fight Island, but
yeah, anyway,
what's
he
his
has to roll
face?
solo.
Well, no, Paul Felder fucking
Yeah,
you know,
Felder had to step in.
yeah,
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 yeah.
but he was
So
solo.
yeah, so there's that. Jared Gordon has made. You know what? Before the actually, he's kind of fucking up and down too, because
Hmm.
Diego Ferreira lost right at UFC Fight Night 126.
Hmm.
Um,
Knockout, knockout.
right, absolutely. So he even fought Bill Aleo at
Yeah,
CFFC
I
back
remember
in
that name.
2017, right? So or Algeo. That's what that was the pronunciation that they went with. So Bill Algeo. So
Yeah.
um, this one's a toss up.
Yeah, I agree. It is a toss-up. This is a definite 50-50 split. Definite 50-50 split. It's going to be a good fight, but I don't see fight of the night though. But it will be close, but not fight of the night. So I'll go Jared Selecki. I mean Joe Selecki. Jared Selecki.
I was like, good job for hedging your bets. You just pick the name of each of them and fucking put it together. You did a fucking greatest hits compilation of this fucking fight. Um, yeah, no, I'm gonna go with Selecki just because I just think it's gonna be evenly matched. It probably won't be the best stylistic fighter a fight for fighters to fight in front of a large audience. So if
Mhm.
this fight is boring, I don't want either man to go like, "Oh, Dana, I'm a proven star."
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Hey, it's gonna take one of these guys to have one distinct skill that he better than the other guy to win. So Joe Selecki seems to be the guy that's gonna pull that off.
Yeah, and again, we will see this Saturday night on ESPN Plus for UFC Fight Night. Diego, oh no, fucking Johnny Walker and Thiago Santos. I don't know.
Santos.
Yeah, what the fuck is that? Um, Now going up, right? We have in the 155-pound division, much like Solecki and Gordon, Alexander the Great Hernandez, 12-4, right? And he is making a pretty good, you know, crazy turnaround because we just saw him in February lose to Thiago Moises, right? And
Right.
before that, a win over Chris Gretzmacher, right? So, and losses to Drew Dober, win against Francisco Trinaldo. So
That's a big win right there.
yeah, that's a big one. You know, he's been in there with Donald Cowboy Cerrone, where Cerrone fucking head kick KOs him in the second round, right? Oliver Albon Mercier. Like, this dude has been. I mean, fuck, what was the first fight in the UFC? First fight in the UFC was back in 2017. No, I'm sorry, 2018, where he beats Benil Dariush, first
Hmm.
round KO,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
That's crazy. That's
Hmm.
that just speaks to the talent of
Hmm.
Alexander the Great, right? On the other
Hmm.
side, we have Mike Breeden, 10-3. Mike Money Breeden. Last time that we saw him in the, I mean, this is actually his UFC debut, right? He beats Ken Beverly at FAC 5, right back
Yes.
in December of 2020. Then Nick Compton at FAC 8, unanimous decision win, right? Supposedly
Hmm.
nothing debatable, but yeah, well, you know. But he's in there with Alex Hernandez. I'm gonna just throw out a hail mary and say that it's gonna be Mike Breeden.
Um, I'll 50-50 you on this one. I'll go Alex Hernandez.
Yeah, and it could go either way. And
Yeah.
it might not be the best stylistic matchup for us viewers, but it will be something if you're an MMA or pro wrestling head, you'll know exactly what the fuck went down.
Right. Right. Nothing. Fight of the night ish in this particular matchup, but it will be a good fight
Yeah,
nonetheless.
yeah,
Both men
no,
will come to perform.
yeah, I agree. I agree. But speaking of forms, in the women's bantamweight division, we have Aspen Ladd, 9-1, right? Is the record of one Aspen Ladd.
Right.
Now, where that takes place is against Yana Nutsnaya in the third round of a fight with that gentleman who I just mentioned,
Hmm.
and who was it? Damn it, I forgot who it was. Ah, fuck it, doesn't matter. But that's Aspen Ladd is somebody who is one of the cornerstones of Invicta. But on the other hand, we're talking Macy Chiasson, who we were just talking at length for. we spent the first 20 minutes of the podcast just talking about
Yep.
Macy Chiasson and how tough she is, right?
Yep. Yep.
7-1, right? And Chiasson beats Marion Renault and Shanna Young, right? Loses to Lena Landsberg, but beats Sarah Moraes,
Mhm.
Gina Mazzini,
Mhm.
Penny Kianzad.
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
a fucking, that's a crazy ass road to go
It's
through. And then,
credible. Credible
mm,
wins.
yeah, so, I hope everything's all right. I hope everybody's okay.
Mhm.
So there's that. Now, we've got Misha Kirkinov, right? And Krzysztof Jotko, right?
Mhm.
Um, Misha, 15. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Fuck, I fucked it up because we were still at Aspen Ladd and Macy Chiasson, right? So Chiasson, obviously, the Ultimate Fighter, winner, right? She beat what's her face, Panic Kianzad, right, for the
Right.
fucking
Right.
the
Right.
title, right?
Right.
Like you said, she kind of ran through Marianne Renault and Shannon Young both. So
Right.
I didn't know about that. Of course, unanimous decision, but it wasn't as bad because, like you were saying about Renault, Renault is just fucking tough, right?
Right.
So almost to a fault at times, right?
Right.
So Aspen Ladd, Macy Chiasson. Funny enough, neither athlete has a nickname, so I think that's fun.
Okay. Let's get straight to business then. Aspen Ladd's a complete fighter. From what I've seen, she's got very good grappling, which is she's going to need in this particular matchup because Macy has very good boxing, very long reach, and her kicking game is okay. It's enough to defeat Aspen Ladd on the feet. My my um my opinion. Um, Aspen though has more grappling, better grappling from what I've seen than
Mm.
Macy. If she's able to get Macy on the ground, I think she'll be able to keep her on the ground. So that
Why?
way she can get some ground and pound in. But when it goes back to the feet, Macy is going to dominate. So this one's going to be a split decision win. Um, I don't know. I'll go Aspen Lad. Why not?
Okay. Yeah. No, I don't blame you at all. I'm gonna go with the Ultimate Fighter winner because I can never forget the day when she walks, in the lobby of the Palms and
Hmm.
everything, and there's literally 300 people in her friends and family, whatever, and they just fucking
Wow.
engulf her, just like completely smother her, and it was one of the coolest things that I'd ever been able to see, and I was so fortunate to see that.
That's
So,
what's up.
yeah, so I'm gonna go with Chia Son.
That's a
I
good
like it.
pick.
Yeah,
I mean, it's going to be a split decision. You know,
yeah.
that's
It's I don't
as
I
close
don't
as it gets.
I don't foresee either Macy or Aspen, finishing each other.
Right.
It's gonna be a
Right.
split or unanimous decision one way or another. You know.
Most definitely.
So we've got I jumped the gun, but we've got Misha Kirkinov
Hmm.
against Krzysztof Jotko. Kirkinov is 15-6, right? And obviously a veteran of the UK scene, fighting for places like Hard Knocks and Provincial and Five Star, right?
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
um, but then losses come by way of Volkan Ozdemir, but Ozdemir is a fucking former UFC title contender. Glover
True.
Teixeira, another fucking UFC title contender, right? Patrick Cummins, love that guy. He's just great. But you know, Pat, you beat Patrick Cummins by arm triangle choke, right? Loses to Johnny Walker, the headliner of
Fine.
Saturday's
Yes.
card. Wins over Jimmy Crute, and then couldn't put Ryan Spann away. Then on the other side, he's got Christoph Jocko, 15-6, right? In the actually 22-5. I don't know what the fuck that. When I went to one page, it said it was a particular record, and then on another page, it's not. But in any event, the last time that we saw Jotko was when he got he lost a unanimous decision to Sean Strickland, but
Hmm.
thank goodness beat Eric Anders kind of don't want him in my MMA. He could, I don't know, fucking go on Dancing with the Stars. I don't give a shit. Just don't come MMA. I like it here.
uh, so, from the looks of this, it looks like the striker versus grappler
Yeah.
type scenario, and Misha is the grappler. Uh, this one always favors the grappler, man. But it's a tough matchup. It's a tough matchup to call.
I'm going to go
It's
with Jocko just
okay,
because he's been on the Rogan podcast. So,
okay. I'll go Misha.
okay.
Just, I mean,
And it
this.
could be either way.
I think, yeah, it's gonna be a split decision type fight. This one right here. It's gonna be a lot of fence work. You're not gonna see excellent, crisp striking. I'm not sure if Jocko has that precision striking that's gonna pinpoint a point of a knockout point and finish off Misha. I'm not sure if he has that precision striking, but it is going to be a 50-50 type day. So
Yeah.
I'll go Misha. I like your pick. I like your pick.
Thank you. Thank you. I just like everything about you. So, there's that. Um, so, we're going with the hybrid Nico Price, 14-5, right? The
Yeah,
hybrid he is, right? He's kind of the reason why I've got a road echo bike, or, fighters in pro wrestling are doing healthy stuff rather than those addictive personalities. So shout out to your mom. She has done wonderful. So your mom, grandma, what have you. So right on.
that's
Oh,
what's
I
up.
meant that for my friend David Turner. So, anywho, anywho, with the task at hand, Alex Oliveira, the fucking cowboy, 22 and 10, 22 10 and 1. With a record like
Right,
that, you would think that he would be a fucking champion somewhere. And I don't
right.
believe that's true. That's almost like Sakuraba finding
Hmm.
out that the only fucking championship that he won in MMA or in combat sports in general is the All Japan Pro Wrestling title, that a tag team title that he fucking holds currently, right?
Hmm.
But the
Hmm.
Cowboy, he's been in there with everyone, from Max Griffin to Thomas Dalby to Platinum Mike Perry, Gunnar Nelson, Yancy Medeiros, Carlos Condit, Ryan Flair, Tim the Dirty Bird Means, James Munastri. Like he's just been there. Fucking KJ Noons, Gilbert Burns.
Carlos
Woo,
Condit,
yeah, and a win over Carlos Condit. Like
Ill
that's
Will Brooks, James Montaseri,
mm,
KJ Noons.
yeah, just fucking nutter butters. This guy. But do you think? Do you? I mean, honest to goodness, like, do you think that all of those wars that he went into makes him right for maybe a KO by one Nico Price?
If it's a firefight, I think Nico Price will have the upper hand. But Charles Oliveira has a fight IQ to take this fight where he is less likely to be put to sleep. You know what I mean? He's got very good dirty boxing on the fence. Nico Price does too, right? But I believe Nico's greatest attribute is his gas tank. He's got a phenomenal gas tank. He doesn't get tired. He does not get tired. And this is why he looks like he's a good fighter. I don't believe he's a good fighter. I think he's blessed with a gas tank, but not a technical fighter. I can't explain it. I can't explain it. But
Yeah.
I've
Look,
seen way better. I've seen way better. He is
yeah.
the pressure fighter. Just that's all he does. He just brings
Mm-hmm.
and if he catches you in that raw, then you go to sleep
Yeah.
or something like that. But I just haven't seen technical in there. I've seen all Alex technical. I've seen him technical. I've seen him systematically dismantle people. But Nico, I've seen him run over people. and you're not gonna
Yeah,
run over everyone.
right. Especially that fucking the fact that he got DQ'd for that fucking shit that he did with Obama, right? Like it's Nico Price and Alex Oliveira. I mean, it's one like they give Nico Price one cowboy, right? They give him one cowboy, and
Hmm.
then they give him the fucking Brazilian one. And Nico Price was beating the brakes out of fucking Cowboy Cerrone, right? And then, he fucks up. And what was it? What type of was it? A nut shot? Was it a fucking eye poke? It was
Something,
some weird shit.
something
Yeah, no, no,
ridiculous.
no contest due to what? What was it? Let's take us back to that fucking fateful day back in what is it? Oh, that was just last year. That was just last year, right? Um, yeah, I mean,
Uh,
there's
no contest majority.
yeah. I forgot whether he fucking poked Cerrone's eye or there's some fucking weird, and it was weird because in my estimation, Nico was winning because it wasn't a fucking main event fight, and obviously Donald
Okay,
Cowboy
I
Cerrone
got the
is
word. I got the word. I'm
what was
sorry.
it?
I'm sorry. I got the word. He's sloppy. He's sloppy.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
he's got a great gas tank, but he's sloppy
right.
with his execution. That's the word that I was looking for.
Yeah, no, 100%. 100%. So I'm actually going to go with the Cowboy, the older, tenured fighter over Nico Price. I
Yes, I will
just.
go with Cowboy too, just because he's more polished.
Mm-hmm.
He's more polished. Nico, Nico could very well go in there and knock him out, but it won't be in a polished manner. I've never seen him done anything polished. So we'll see. Maybe he's changed from the last time we saw him to this
I
time.
don't know.
Maybe he's changed. People could change, technically. It just takes putting in the work. So has he done that? We will see.
We'll see. We'll see.
We will see.
But one thing we definitely will see is the co-main event of the evening. We have none other than Kevin Holland. Oh, you remember Kevin Holland, the
Oh yeah.
Trailblazer. Just fucking talking shit, whether he's kicking your ass or you're kicking his, he'll fucking still talk shit until the end of the damn day, right? He posted this shit with Shorty Torres, former Titan FC, two-time Titan FC champion, and it was like, oh, tag Shorty. It's like this is what you get when you get a fucking Kelvin Gastelum from Wish, and I thought that was fucking funny. That was, that was funny. But funny is Kevin Holland. He's a SoCal guy, right? And he's 21-7. His wins. Let's read some of his wins. We've got Joaquin Buckley. He KO'd him in the third round,
Straight right.
32 seconds, right? Darren Stewart, Jacare, obviously that fucking up punch that we all saw. Anthony Hernandez,
Hmm.
right? Back at UFC Fight Night.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, and then on the other side of the docket, we've got Kyle Dawkins, right?
Yes.
We got Kyle Dawkins, 10-2, right?
Yes.
Cage Fury Fighting Championship alumnus, right?
Hmm.
Loses. I mean, he's had a pretty up and down record, right? Because
Hmm.
he's fighting on that Pat Sabatini Gonzalez card in
Yes.
February of 2020 against Nolan Norwood, right? And
Hmm.
then he's facing a then undefeated or Brendan Allen, right? Where Dawkins loses by unanimous decision,
That was a
right?
hell of a fight too.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And then we also had Dustin Stoltzfus, right,
Hmm.
against Kyle Dawkins, but then he loses to, Phil Hawes, so he's kind of like up and down with his fucking record. I don't think Kyle Dawkins gives a shit about the record. He's just, put a body in front of me and I'll knock him out until you give me what the fuck I want, which
Hmm.
is kind of what you want to have a tinge of that. You don't have to go as hard in the paint as Dawkins has,
Hmm.
but you know, you can do it. You can do it. I just the last time that we saw Holland, he had a very big opportunity, right, to fucking show out, and he was coming off of, that KO of Jacare, right?
Yeah.
But then he lost to two elite level competitors in Derek Brunson and Marvin Vittori, right?
Hmm.
So I want to go. I'm going with Dawkins.
Yeah. Dawkins is a brother of one heavyweight from last week.
Mm-hmm.
That police officer. This
Yeah.
is his brother or whatever. Yeah. Dawkins has some very, very good grappling, which is going to be key in this particular match because we all know Holland is an excellent striker, but he lacks. He lacks in the grappling division. He wants to go work with DC,
Mm-hmm.
wherever those guys are,
Oh,
uh,
AKA.
to AKA to improve his ground situation. But I don't believe he stayed there long enough to retain anything of substance. So I still think his ground game is still suspect. Kyle Dawkins, I will go with as well for a split
Yeah.
decision win over his opponent. He's just gonna keep him down like the rest of them did.
Like a wet fucking blanket.
Yep.
Nighty night. Let's stir some milk up, Kevin Holland. And again, Kevin Holland, nothing against it. It's just this might be a little
It's
bit more than you can chew.
it's business.
Mm-hmm. Now, speaking of great and important business, we are at the main events of the evening. We have Johnny Walker against former UFC title challenger, one uh, Thiago Santos.
Hmm.
Thiago Santos Mareta is 21-9. That's 30 fights if you guys aren't paying attention, right? He's currently on a 3-fight losing streak to
Hmm.
John Jones. It's John Jones, the current champion. Glover Teixeira. That was pretty much a interim title eliminator fight, right?
Hmm.
And then Alexander Rodkick, right, where he
Hmm.
loses unanimous decision. So, um, I don't know. I've been trying to coax my friend, and I was like, you should be above this stuff. Like, not above this stuff. You should just like know what the fuck you're doing. We shouldn't have to onboard you, right? So,
Hmm.
God, man, Johnny Walker. Talking about the wherewithal of Johnny Walker. The first time he enters our heart and enters our octagon, he fucking wins. We were kind of putting him and pegging him against like the heir apparent to John Jones, right?
Right.
And what does he do? He fucking tries to do the worm and fucks up his shoulder. You know, uh, I don't know who to pick.
Uh,
I just feel like, especially after the Izzy fight, Thiago Santos is like a badger that you put in a fucking bag and you fucking stir it up. You fucking
mm,
paintbrush that motherfucker and then set him free. That's what Thiago Santos is, especially after the fight with Izzy. He
yeah.
really thought he was going to beat Izzy. So, kudos to him.
Santos. Santos. After that fight with John Jones, it changed everything.
Yeah.
Because remember, John Jones destroyed his knee.
Mm-hmm.
When he came back, he was worried about that knee. You could tell in his movement. He wasn't
Yeah.
confident. He wasn't confident. So Glover Teixeira took him down and smashed him on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And then the racket guy, he tried to force it with that racket guy, and racket, being a dynamic striker, pieced him up for 15 minutes. It was what it was.
Mm-hmm.
He he's still trying to find himself, but I think he's got an opportunity to find himself against Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker has a lot of bad habits. Remember?
Yes.
Yeah, he has a lot of bad habits. Keeps his hands down a lot, and somebody like Maleta will smash his jaw into smithereens if He's not careful. However, he has been working with the Conor McGregor camp,
Oh, yes, straight blast
right?
him.
Yeah, so I don't know if he's worked with him long enough to erase some of his bad habits, but he needs to stay there for an extended period of time
Yeah.
if these habits are to be corrected.
Mm-hmm.
This is a tale of who has improved the most. One has to improve mentally, the other one has to improve, I guess, mentally as well. This
Yeah.
is a mental game for both of them.
I say
Which of the two men has improved the most?
I'd say third round KO Santos.
I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at that.
Yeah. Right.
Johnny Walker does has knockout powers, but he needs to
Yeah.
clean up his approach. I think if he cleans up his approach and use it, you actually focus on using his length, he'll be more successful because those ones and twos beats most people.
Mm-hmm.
Those ones and twos
Basics.
beats most. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it
Yeah.
simple. Keep it simple. He's got
Yeah.
very good kicks. You know, he's got good kicks. Just control those hands, throw them in a more accurate manner, and the game changes just like that.
Yeah, man. So that's a consensus pick, man. We got Santos, right?
Yeah, I'll take Santos.
Yeah. So that's it, man. So again, Saturday goes down on ESPN Plus, live and free. If you don't have it, it's only a couple bucks. It's about the price of a fucking cheeseburger. It's actually
Hmm.
cheaper than a fucking price of a cheeseburger. But
For
yeah,
real.
Voodoo, where can they find you on social media, my man?
I'm at YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Voodoo Maximus.
I'm According to Woods at everywhere you can get your According to Woods from. Uh, you can even put it in the Google machine, so that's cool.
Yeah.
And we will see you sometime Sunday with the post show for
Yes.
Voodoo in the Woods.